Hey guys, it's Steve Cat5JUF. I was going to show you something on my meter up here. I hadn't really showed you a lot of details, but this is my meter that I watch my SWR. It's actually going out to the feed line. I don't normally use my tuner on the 991A, but I wanted to show you the settings. It's for the Charlie November 901. I leave it on the 200 watts, which is pressed in. Normally you have two options here. You have average power and peak envelope power. I leave it on average power. Average power is typically going to be more of an average of what your sideband peaks are. If you switch over to what's called peak envelope power, that will give you the full swing, typically almost up to 100 watts. But the average power is going to be about half of that. So let me just demonstrate. I've got it set to 100 watts, so let's just go ahead and make a call real quick here on 15 meter.
Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot calling CQ, CQ. Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot calling CQ and listening. Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot.
Also notice here that this meter here is hardly moving at all. Now I'm going to change it to peak envelope power by pressing it in. Now you're going to see it get a little closer to 100 watts.
Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot calling CQ, CQ. Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot calling CQ and listening. Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot.
We're doing right at 95 watts. Now let me switch over to 40 meter real quick so you can see what that looks like. We have a little bit higher SWR up there, and we also have a higher SWR on the radio. But let's see what we got here on 40 meter. We'll go here to sideband real quick. We'll go back to average power. And notice what happens now. This SWR is going to go up to about here because our SWR runs about 2 on 40 meters.
Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use?
Whoops, I have to have average power out. That was one thing I didn't mention. If you have the button pushed in for peak envelope power, the sideband portion of it doesn't work. So let me demonstrate. Right now I'm on peak envelope power.
Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use?
And we're only putting about 60 watts out. Watch what happens when I press the average button. When I release it for average, now this SWR needle will become active. So that's important. With the average power, with the button depressed, now this SWR reflective power is going to be visible.
Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use?
See how that works? It's definitely cut our power down quite a bit. With an SWR of about 2, which is what the radio is showing, and that's about what we have here.
Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot calling CQ, CQ. Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot calling CQ and listening. Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot.
See how the radio also cuts back the power? We also have a lot of reflected power, but if I go to peak envelope power, this SWR portion of it becomes disabled.
Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot calling CQ.
Now we're about 50
Kilo
watts.
India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot
50 to
calling
60.
CQ and listening. Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot.
And when I go back to average power, by depressing the button, that 50 watts that you see now, it's going to be down here in the 25 watt area. And now that SWR meter will now be active.
Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform
See how it's down here around 25?
CQ. Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot calling CQ and listening.
Now that
Kilo India
is
5,
on
Juliet
40 meters.
Uniform
Let me stop,
Foxtrot.
and I'm going to now show you what the radio is showing as far as SWR. Alright, we're back in front of the radio. Now remember earlier we were showing about an SWR of about 2, and we were putting it out about 25 watts average. But we're putting out about 50 watts PEP. So the radio does cut the power back, but notice what the SWR shows on the radio also. Watch this.
Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot calling CQ, CQ. Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot calling CQ and listening. Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot.
Now, what I can do is I can run the tuner, which I'm going to do. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and call again, but now that's going to take care of the portion of the radio.
Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot calling CQ.
Whoa, we got a problem there. That didn't go right. Tuner didn't like that. Let's try it again. That's interesting. The tuner just is dead short. Maybe that's a problem.
Kilo in.
Oh, that's not good. I think there's actually a problem, and I'm going to go ahead and disengage the tuner. I think there's actually a problem with that. I've heard that before. I need to investigate that. But at any rate, I'm not gonna mess with the tuner because it definitely has a problem. Probably have to go back and look at that. But at any rate, let me go back over to 15 meter real quick, and I'll show you what the SWR does. So again, I'll show you the SWR. It's going to go about 2, which is exactly what the external SWR is showing.
Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot calling CQ, CQ. Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot calling CQ and listening. Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot.
Let's see if I can get both of these in the same frame there.
Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot calling CQ, CQ. Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot calling CQ and listening. Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot.
Alright, so that's kind of showing you that there. Now we'll go back over to 15 meter real quick, and we'll call CW over there, and you'll notice the SWR is much lower. Go back over here to 2130, which is about where we were. 310 actually. Now notice what's going to happen now. The SWR is going to be extremely low on the radio.
Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot calling CQ, CQ. Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot calling CQ and listening. Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot.
Alright, we'll see if anybody's out there. I called CQ a couple of times on 310. I got some people. And let me show you something else real quick here. This is the ham clock I use, and basically what I'm going to do here, the way this works is 10 meters is open right now. I am up in the Washington area, and you see right here it shows to be open up here where my mouse is. If I click over here to the northeast and change it to over here, and we also have propagation there. I have propagation. Let's see if I got it down here into not so good down toward Mexico, but it is open. Let's just try right here. A little bit. Let's try the Phoenix area. A little bit, but the northwest, boy, it likes the northwest up there. There's something going on up there. We got a little activity. Yep, right up there in the Washington State area. So let's go back down to the radio. We'll make some calls. Amp 1.
Very good. I got your call corrected. Papa, Juliet Alpha. All right, thank you very much, and come back often. Hang around if you wish. This net meets daily here on this frequency for about 3 hours. So let me break with you and get back to net control. Kilowatt W1VDE. The station's Kilowatt 1 Papa, Juliet Alpha. Over.
Well, very good. I can hear him. I don't know if he's hearing me, but I do hear him. I hear him quite well. About 15 minutes before
Got a net going on here.
it started. If it started correctly, why, earlier today. Let's just say earlier today, because I can't see the damn walls. I had a pass into Johannesburg, South Africa on three more megacycles higher, 24 megs. And going you didn't have to look for him. He sounded like a local, over.
Yep, okay, boy, I'm overdriving just a little bit today. Back off a little bit. That was nice of him to pick him up. Definitely sound like New York or Massachusetts, one of those states back east there. Yeah, I've been here. Yeah, I've been going in now to the trailer here, working on untangling ropes, over.
Alright, did you fade out or did you turn it back?
Fading out, over.
Yeah, okay, well, let's go and do that. It's, we had our first real killing frost up here last night, and I predicted that the band would be open. And I tell you, when you got first killing frost, it was this South Africa was in here like a local of it.
Oh yeah, I've been here in Europe quite early in the morning, around 7 a.m. in the morning. The Europeans on the 15-meter band here. And, excuse me, the band's been really good early, over.
Oh, very good. Well, we'll just keep the gathering here together. I hope these guys they come in. Everybody's welcome on this net. Why? Because this band is about the flakiest frequency, and it's run by a bunch of flakes too. But conditions are totally unpredictable. There are no conditions because nothing can keep up with the net. And the net has a hard time keeping up with conditions. So it's a study. It's an endless study, and it never ends. You know, it's something like a government project, you know, promissory. I promise if I hear you, I'll say hello. And it's a long-range net. As you already know, X-ray Quebec 3 Papa Charlie down in Ecuador, I think, below Quito. He probably down the summer house. Who knows? But it's spring down there. It's coming spring down there while we're going into winter. So, and he's got a good start. I hope he's got a good day because we had a good cold night. So, with that, W1 Victor Delta Echo. I'm in Oregon. You want to get in here? Give us a call. Someone, somewhere, will hear you. Over.
Kilo India 5, Juliet, Uniform, Foxtrot.
Kilo India 5, Romeo X-ray Foxtrot. Do I have it correct?
No, it's Kilo India 5, Juliet, Uniform Foxtrot, Kilo India 5, Juliet, Uniform Foxtrot, and the name is Steve, and the QTH is Texas, Abilene, and I've got a 5-7 copy on you down here.
Yeah, all right. Well,
Oh, sorry.
Stations on in, right now, Steve.
I gave him a bad signal report.
Arizona,
He's...
PJA up in New England. WB0ZAN so you'll know, is down in Arizona. XQ5PC is down in Ecuador. Below it, Chile. Depending on, you know, XQ, they're changing the call block, by the way. N9JAG from Las Cruces,
Good.
Mexico is on frequency. WA2, WAG's on, KA2, can't tell my right, WA2WAG up in New York is sandbagging, he's listening. And AA2 Echo Charlie Allen up in New York. So, and W1VDE, I'm in Oregon. So it's a relay net. And what we do is we service the sailboats.
Oh, wow.
We're here for the protection of life and property at sea. Something goes sour, or they forget to bring the batteries with them, and the satellite phone don't work. They drop that overboard. They got to dig the old ham rig out. Hopefully they know about 21412 because they had 46 years of school.
Wow. Copy that. Very good. Well, thank you very much for letting me jump in there from Texas. I enjoyed it. I'll sit here and listen on the side. Armchair copy down here. Signal dropped a little bit, but still full copy. So I'll let you guys take it back from Kilo India 5, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot, Steve in Texas. Thanks for letting me jump in there. I enjoyed it.
Oh, we enjoyed having you. Now, listen, you can get in here anytime. You'll hear something we don't hear, and they're in distress. Just say, hey, break. And someone right here on frequency will
That's
hear
pretty
you.
cool.
So, and if he's at sea, he'll become his own controlling factor. And there's a few things you got to find out where he is and who he is. So, because we're not gonna go sending people out looking for people that don't exist. So,
Very good.
There's certain things we got to know. Which way he's sailing on and on and on, and what the hell the problem is. Put it in plain English. No fancy talk, but serious. Over.
Yeah, I copy that. No, I appreciate it. I just found you guys up here, so sounds good. You guys meet every day. I'll just plan on when I come in on the weekends, I'll plan on flipping on over here and having a good QSO with you.
Every single day of the year.
Good.
Every single day of the year. There's always somebody. And 21412 started the whole mess, and then 14300 showed up. They're the new kids on the block. I've been here for 38 years,
wow.
So I may recognize you just by your voice. So just get in here and stick your oar in, all right?
Yeah, I copy that. Very good, very good. Okay, what's your call sign again? Can I write it down real quick? Go ahead.
W1V Victor D Delta E Echo. W1 Venezuela, Denmark, Ecuador. How's that, over?
Ah, very good. Armchair copy. Whiskey 1 Zulu Victor Delta Echo QSL.
Oh, V Victoria, not zebra. Not zebra, no Z. V as in Victoria, or Victor, or Velocipede, or Venezuela, or V Victoria, over.
Okay, that's Whiskey 1 Victor Delta Echo.
That's close enough.
Copy that QSL. Okay, my friend. Well, Whiskey 1 Victor Delta Echo, Kilo India 5 Juliet Uniform Foxtrot from Texas. Thank you again. I'll stand by. I'll get on this side. Let some other folks have the frequency. Thanks again for taking the call, and I'll be back.
Yeah, all right. Well, we don't let people have the frequency. They have it. They let us get in here, Robert.
Yeah, QSL, good radio etiquette. Absolutely, that's the way we do things. Okay, my friend. Well, I'm gonna take a break. You have a good evening, and I'll let someone else talk to you. Thanks again for taking the call from Texas.
All right. Well, it'll be an evening, but right now it's 10 o'clock in the morning, somewhere down in tomorrow morning, somewhere down in the South Pacific. So we're Johnny-come-latelys up here. We're waiting for darkness. They're waiting for dinner time to come tomorrow. Tomorrow. We're stuck in yesterday. W1V Victor D Delta E Echo Oregon. Looking and listening.
All right, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, guys, I'm going to look this up and discovered a net that's on every day, a marine net, and didn't even know it was there. So, hey, fun of ham radio. Okay, guys, 73.